Chapter 6. Am I a plaything? All right, no. Jiang Mei patted Su Zian's hands and coaxed. She and Su Hua looked at each other. Anan, what nonsense are you speaking? You are already a woman of the Mr. Gu. Why did you come back so quickly? After Su Hua finished reprimanding her, she softened her tone and continued. Zian's words are a bit too much. Su Hua wanted to say that Su Zian was still young, and with a quick thought, he realized that Su Anan was even younger than her. She doesn't understand, so don't lower yourself to her level. The matter of you hitting Zihan, forget it. She raised her head and smiled at Su Hua. Father, the reason why I retaliated was for her sake. Look, I am now Gu Mocheng's woman. If she would hit me, she would leave a palm print on my face. Then after returning to the Gu family, isn't that indirectly slapping Gu Mocheng in the face? Pretending to be a good person, she would say. As soon as Su Anan finished her words, she heard Su Zihan reply in disdain. Gu Mocheng will stand up for you. Humph! He treats you like a toy. Su Anan was clear about whether she was playing or not, and the people from Su family were clear as well. Su Anan said that she would marry Gu Mocheng, but there was no wedding, and without even getting a certificate, Su family directly sent her to Gu Mocheng's room. On the next day, after Gu Mocheng slept her down, he directly left Peace City for on a business trip. Until now, he had never come to Su family's side. Yes. Su Anan took over Su Zihan's words, and she replied, which caused Su Zihan to be stunned. To think that someone would admit that she was a plaything, Su Anan was truly despicable. All right? Su Hua asked in a timely manner. He gestured for Su Anan to sit down and said, Anan, Dad has something to discuss with you after calling you back. Su Anan sat in front of Su Hua, bored, and took out her phone to chat with Fuxin. Anan, don't forget about tonight's race in the car racing competition. You must be there on time. After Su Anan sent the message, she raised her head and looked at Su Hua. Su Hua had said everything he needed to say, but what had he said? Anan! Seeing Su Anan looking at him in confusion, Su Hua said unhappily, Dad, what did you just say? Su Hua's face became ugly, because he had something to ask of Su Anan. He could only repeat what she had just said. There's going to be a feast in a few days. Bring Mr. Gu back. Bringing Gu Mocheng back to the Su family? Su Hua had thought too highly of her. Father, I am one of Gu Mocheng's playthings. After saying that, Su Anan looked at Su Zihan. She returned what Su Zihan had just said to them. Anan, Su Hua said in a bland voice, I believe in your ability. Su Hua was afraid that he would offend the Gu family, so he agreed without much consideration. The most important thing was that the Sus were working on a project. If the Gus joined the project, not only would the project be completed, they would also receive a large amount of benefits. However, after Su Anan went to the Gu family, he hadn't even seen Gu Mocheng before. Dad, this isn't making things difficult for me, Su Anan replied, truly making things difficult for her. Until now, she had only spoken to Gu Mocheng no more than 10 times. Hubby, so sleepy. Anan. Seeing that Su Anan was trying to shirk away, Su Hua called out in displeasure. He continued in a cold voice, You must bring the Mr. Gu back. If she can't bring him back, what about his project? If the project could not be carried out, he would have to pay half of the Sus as compensation. Therefore, Su Anan had to bring Gu Mocheng back to the Su family. Su Anan could only agree to what Su Hua had said. She had even agreed to marry Gu Mocheng in his stead. What else could she possibly not agree to?